Hey everybody, I'm back from vacation. I've actually been back a couple days, but work has been hectic, so now I'm kind of to calm down a little and have a little time to give you an update on how my vacation went. I plan to try to do a slideshow of pictures sometime this week, but now I'm just going to babble a bit. I had a great time. It was nice to spend time with Tillman. It was interesting at first. My dad and I drove to Chicago to O'Hare to pick him up, and we get there fine, and Dad goes, he drops me off at the arrivals and goes and parks across the street in this big huge parking lot, and I have no idea where he parks at. So we sit there and we wait, and we look at the thing, and his plane was delayed 33 minutes, no big deal. So instead of coming in at 12, it was coming in at 12:30 in the afternoon. So we sat there and talked and waited. Dad checked the board and it arrived at 12:33. And I started seeing the people coming out. I saw the KLM. He flew KLM. The pilots come out and people were coming out, and we waited and we waited and we waited and we waited more, and no Tillman. And I'm thinking, well, maybe he missed his connecting flight in Amsterdam, but he would have called. Finally, an hour later, here he comes. I'm all excited, got a hug, got a kiss, and I'm like, where have you been? He says they asked him everything. What kind of business he has in Munich, why is he coming to the United States, how many times had he been here, who he was coming to visit, what my address was. Luckily he had it all tucked in his wallet. He even showed him a picture of me. I'm going to see her. They questioned him quite in-depthly. And so it was really nice to actually have him there to hold on to. And Dad's like, well, I'm going to go across the street and get the vehicle, and I'll pull up here to the arrivals, and you guys drag the bags out and we'll load right out here. Okay, you do that. Because he did that before and it took him like 5 minutes. So we go out. Well, we wait a few minutes inside. And we go out and wait by the curb where all the taxis and buses, and it's a madhouse at O'Hare. Just a madhouse. And they have these little, it was really cold and really windy. And they have these little plastic buildings you can get in to get out of the wind. So we go into one of them and we cuddle in the corner. We're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting. No Dad. 30 minutes later, I get kind of worried. I'm like, where could he be? I don't know where he parked at in the parking lot. I don't even know where to go look in the parking lot. I call his cell phone. He doesn't have it on. Why don't you have it on? 45 minutes later, after he'd left, I call my mom and I said, I lost Dad. I don't know where he is. I don't know what to do. We're stuck here at the airport, sitting here looking for Dad. So at this time we'd gone in just to get out of the cold for a minute, and she's like, well, just go outside again and wait for him. So I turned to Tillman, who didn't hear me apparently, and I said, I'm going out to the little plastic building to look for Dad. And so I walked away and went and got in the little building by a bus. Tillman didn't hear me. So here's Tillman in the airport with no Dad, and then he looks and he has no me. So he's by himself and doesn't know where anybody is. And I'm out at the plastic building and I have no Tillman and no Dad. And Dad's lost somewhere with no me and no Tillman. 15 minutes later, here comes the little maroon Trailblazer around the corner. And I look at my dad, I'm like, where have you been? And all my dad does is shakes his head. And at this time I didn't know where Tillman was, so the woman out there with the whistles, you can't park out there. You gotta have the person out there ready to load, or else she'll make you go. And my dad was stressed. He's like, I got lost. He found us. He got headed towards the loop, I don't know how, from O'Hare. He got turned back around and he kept going to the regular terminals and not the international terminals, and he was lost for an hour just driving around. Finally he made his way back, and I told the lady, I'm like, let me go in and look for Tillman. So as I'm walking to the door, Tillman spotted me and came out, and then we all loaded in the car and got on the road. First thing we do, we miss our first exit. And I'm like, Dad, we gotta turn back around. He goes, oh, that's okay, we're all right, no big deal. I'm like, 2 minutes ago you were freaking out about being lost. He's like, you know, I have y'all in the car now, I don't care. I don't care about getting lost as long as they're all lost together. So that was kind of an interesting beginning to our trip. My dad can get lost in a paper sack at times. And I looked at my dad and I told him that this is the reason Mom does not let you drive when you go on vacation. And I said, why don't you have your phone on? And he's like, I thought you had my phone. I said, no, I have my phone. And then I opened up the little thing between the driver's seat. I'm like, here's your phone in the car. He's like, well, if I would have known that, I would have called you. Yeah. Oh. So we finally get back home in the afternoon, and I had some birthday presents here wrapped for Tillman when he got here. So he unwrapped his presents, and then he goes, I have some things for you. I said, oh, cool. And he brought one big suitcase and then a smaller, like, duffel bag that he checked, and then one small little bag that he had to carry on that had a book and some stuff in it for him just to do. And he starts bringing out candy, chocolates, German chocolates, like 25 bars. He had them in all little crevices of his suitcase, up the sleeves of his shirts, in here, over there, around there. Here, I have some right here. Let's see. Because I've been sharing them with everybody at work. My dad's been taking them to work. See, here's one. And then there's this kind, and the smaller ones, and another kind. And all in all, there were 25 bars of chocolate. A lot of chocolate. And then as he's pulling out chocolate, he's also pulling out these kind of chips that me and my family like. There's these things called Jumpies. They're paprika flavored. And then there's just all kinds of stuff. All kinds of stuff. And he got me this thing called the Paradox. The sand actually goes up instead of down like most sand things. He got me a round dice, which is kind of interesting. What else did he get me? He brought me all kinds of stuff, like 3 CDs. He got me a tank top that actually fit really nice, which I was impressed by. These funky magnets that you're supposed to throw up in the air and they cling together that he got at he got me quite a bit of stuff at this museum gift shop that he really likes. And just all kinds of crap. And he kept pulling stuff out, and it started to make me laugh because by the time he got done giving me stuff, I had my desk full, this table next to me full, just of stuff. I'm like, did they ask you why you had 25 pounds of chocolate and 10 pounds of chips in your bag? No. So, it was very sweet. He's a good guy. That Monday I had to work, so he went into Chicago and took some really cool pictures. He went up on the John Hancock building. Last time he went up in the Sears Tower. This time he went to John Hancock building, and he went to a couple art museums. And then Tuesday we started our road trip. And we got to the hotel that we were supposed to be staying at. Got there at dark, just at dark. And the sign for the hotel was lit up, but the hotel was dark, and there was no cars in the parking lot. I'm thinking, what? Because this is a town, it's a very seasonal town, and there are very few hotels open after October. And this particular one was supposed to stay open until November 7th, but apparently I had been their only reservation, so they changed me to the Hamilton Inn instead of them, which was the Super 8 Bridgeview. And so we get up to the door, and the door's locked, and I notice a sign that said my name. It says, go to the Hamilton Inn, turn right out of the driveway, your reservation has been transferred. So we get to the Hamilton, and they gave us a really nice room. It was right on the lake, pretty view, huge bed, one of those big giant jacuzzi tubs, It had a refrigerator, had a big table and 2 chairs and a big couch. It was nice. It was a very nice room. And it had a great indoor pool. Oh, I miss it. We went swimming the night we got there, actually. First time I'd been swimming in probably 4 or 5 years. And it was grand. They had a nice hot tub and a pool. And we had it all to ourselves that night. There was nobody in it. This time of year, kids are in school, not many tourists. We were it. And then Wednesday we got up and took a really pretty drive up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and went and saw my cousins. They had made dinner for us. And then the next day met some other cousins in town out for dinner. And then Thursday we just had a day where we stayed in and we went to the pool for like 3 hours. We go into the pool and we go into the hot tub, and we go in the pool and we go in the hot tub, and we played some games. And then Friday we woke up to a dusting of snow. It was very pretty out, but it was very cold. And we headed back home. We spent that night in Grand Rapids, Michigan at my aunt and uncle's. He taught us all a German card game. And then we came home Saturday, and Girl Cat was really happy. She climbed all over the desk and was rubbing all over, and she was happy. And then she tried to get in a suitcase and sleep. So then I had them all day Saturday, and then Sunday was the day we had to leave to go back to the airport. So it was kind of a sad time to have to see him go. I was talking to him tonight, and he's like, I've been looking at flights again. You know, it's more expensive to come before Christmas than after Christmas. And you know, it's cheaper to stay longer. Like, if I stayed 9 days, it would be cheaper if I stayed 5 days. And he wants to come back so bad. It would not surprise me if he came after Christmas. It would not at all. He would come. I'm hoping to go there next year. Maybe later in the year. Save up some money to go. And that's about all. Not much else has been going on. I know one thing. I'm getting tired of all the political stuff. I voted today, though. Here's my sticker. Right here. I voted. But they just keep calling the house. Some signs in our yards. My dad lets them put signs in the yard. Ads for the newspaper that I work at, and all the television ads, all the stuff on the radio. I'm just tired of it all to go away. So it'll be interesting to see who won all the elections. Particularly interesting to see about our city commission, because there's a couple people I know who are running, and I'm hoping they get elected. Other than that, not much else going on. Just kind of bored. It's a quiet evening at home. Usually tomorrow I would have off, but with it being election night, we are holding some space on the front page to pop in some election results in the morning, so I have to go in the morning instead of getting to sleep in. I still need to unpack. Haven't even unzipped my suitcase. My car is a disaster. This computer room's a disaster. I have so much to do. I think this weekend I'm just going to clean my car, clean this room, clean my bedroom. My bedroom ain't bad, just mainly need to pick up a few things. See, now I'm on to babbling. I'm trying to think if there's anything else good. Tillman tried beef jerky for the first time on our trip. He smelled a skunk for the first time on our trip. He's like, what's that smell? Like a skunk. And then the next time we smelled it, he goes, skunk! We never saw one deer the whole time. I thought we saw a herd of buffalo. That was pretty cool. Saw a couple black squirrels. Saw a gray squirrel. Saw dead deer. Not alive. We did see one on the way to Chicago, of all places. We go up to the great natural north of Michigan. No deer. Drive to Chicago. Deer. Had to teach him some slang. When we were at the pool, I said, let's chill here by the pool for a minute. And he goes, what does that mean? Chill. Because to him, he thinks cold. And I said, chill, like hang out, you know, just hang by the pool. And then I told him one time something was nifty, and he's like, what's that mean? I said, nifty, it's kind of like I like it, it's cool. So he likes to learn the English slang words. And I know no German at all. It's so hard. Maybe I'll have to look into taking a class at German, because if I go there, it would be helpful to know some, for sure. Because I listened to him talk to his dad on the phone. I have no idea what he's saying. Only if he says my name. I'm like, oh, my name, he's talking about me. What's he saying? Other than that, nothing. But now, I'm gonna go find some dinner and chill out, because it's like 7:30 at night now. And I've only been home a little while. After work, I went out to vote, and there were a lot of people out there, so I had to wait. Now I'm in a quiet house. So, I hope everybody's had a good week. I need to catch up on videos. I've watched a few, but not a lot. I have a lot of them I gotta catch up on. And I hope everybody's good. I've missed you all. I've wondered about YouTube land while I was gone. So, I'm off. Bye.